What's up, y'all? Been a minute since I made one of these videos. Um, Honestly, I've been gone for a while. After I blew the recent account, I was gone for a while. I was focused on getting my life and health insurance license, and I finally got it. I passed the test and everything, so that's out the way. I'm back making this content, back doing these videos, and I got a fresh eval. I would say it was a great mental reset break, but I came back on to try some broker rule instantly, right? And it was like it was dumb. I'm not gonna say I broke a rule like something over here, but like I broke like I don't know. I don't know how to describe it, but y'all guys will see what I'm talking about. So here on the first trade, um, we did have this liquidity sweep, accumulation, manipulation, price distributed higher. We pull back into this fair value gap in the OTE. I go on the 3 minute. Price looked like it was finna close here. Had like 3 seconds left. I entered, had stops like here, take profit at the Asia high, right there. And then I was like, okay, cool. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. I enter and it just spiked down. I was like, wow. What happened? I got stopped out around like a 200 something dollar loss. I wasn't too mad about it. Cool. I got off of that. I went straight to gold, right? So here on gold, I'm watching price just chop around, chop around. We ended up getting a sell set up. Why didn't I take this sell here, right? This is my stuff. This is my model. Why didn't I take this sell? Well, because we already spiked down and took out this low. Well, what's wrong with that? Price came and took out this low. I enter and price just shoots up, right? We're already chopping. This could have just been a clean sweep to continue higher. Now we did close below this low, so I was expecting price to pull back, and I was willing to look for an entry somewhere up here to continue further down. Did we get that though? No, we just spiked down, straight down. So at this point, I'm like, dang, I'm already down. I didn't follow my rules already. I started watching these guys on YouTube, right? I just took their trade. I'm risking 500. I'm like, they usually have a high win rate. I'm risking 500. I entered, and their stop loss is like down here, honestly. And I have my stop loss right here, risking like 500. And then I just want to like get a 1-on-1 and make back my money. What happened? Instantly got stopped. Now, as this candle's going up, I re-entered again. So right now I'm down like 700. Risk another 500 candle below here. I'm thinking, okay, maybe we could bottom take this and go higher again. They're still in the trade. I'm like, okay, this looks good. What happens? Boom. We're out the trade again. I got absolutely cooked, man. I took two $500 L's and a $200 L. So I was down around 12, 11, like 1200, 1100 something. I was down a lot, and I was like, wow. If I would have just followed my actual strategy, stuck to my actual rules, I wouldn't even be down. I wouldn't even have a trade day. And I have to be okay with that. I think one of my problems is whenever I lose, knowing it wasn't part of my strategy, I feel like I have to force a trade to make it back and be like break even or something. But that's really bad because at the end of the day, I could just not trade anything and just be up. I'd rather not have anything and have the same bounce I came in with than to force something and lose and be down. You know, I feel like that's what causes me to tilt a lot whenever I take an L, knowing that the L wasn't even supposed to happen to begin with. So I was down 1200, and at that point, I was about to tilt because my risk gate, I usually have it around $500 max loss. Then I'm done trading. I'm down 1200. I'm down double that and a little more. So it's bad already. I'm like, oh my god, I only got $800 left. I might as well get ready to just full port, man. And I was actually about to sit there and take this buy right here. While I was about to take this buy, I was desperate. I was going to take this buy here, and I said, you know what? No, I rushed the trade evade. I signed it, and I locked myself out. What did this do? It went up a little bit. And I'm like, you know what? I'm glad I didn't take this because it was so much chop. I probably would have trailed my stops, got stopped after trading them, panicked, and did something dumb. So at this point, I'm like, you know what? I'm just glad I locked out because we still got. I didn't even give the week a chance for real. I wouldn't even give the week a chance. So I decided to take a chill pill, lock myself out, come back the next day. What happened the next day? We got a win. Was it a crazy win? Not at all. Right? I came on the charts. Price is choppy once again. We got a clean move up here. Got a clean break of structure. I'm like, okay, we're going to come back. I don't want to see this low here get taken because it's probably going to change trend unless we sweep it, show instant rejection, and then continue higher, right? The only way I would have took a buy is if we swept this, left the gap somewhere in here, and then we had an entry to continue higher, right? This would have been my best bet if we came down to that low. One thing I've been doing lately is scaling down to the 3 minute, and I feel like the 5 minute has pulled back deep enough to continue higher, right? At this point, I feel like this pullback was nice, right into that demand zone right here. And you can also take this little fib here. We're in a clean area. So I dropped to the 3 minute. What do you know? We right in the channel. Beautiful 3-step model has formed. We just waiting for that close above. Boom. We got an entry. Now, why did I not enter here? I was still skeptical of this little fair value gap here, right? And when that next candle came and closed right inside of it, it looked like it closed like right around that 50% of it. Let me turn this on real quick so I can see. Yeah, it closed right around that 50% point of that fair value gap. Make this accurate. So we did closing around that 50% point. I'm like, it's a good chance this is gonna continue higher. So I set a limit instead because I didn't like this RR. You know, I keep stops right here. My target is right here. That's a dead 1-on-1 R, which is, there's nothing wrong with that. But I just felt like I could have got a better RR out of that. With price wicking down like that, I probably could have got a better entry down here and around the OTE area. I was also going to target this high over here. And this is going to be the trade. So I waited for price to pull back to the inverse. And this is the full trade right here. I entered the trade once price pulled back. And I had majority around like 70% of my trade was going to be closed right around here for almost a 1 or 2 R. So I'm in a trade. Beautiful. 70% close. I made around $300 on that. I trailed stops right around there. And I got stopped out. The price ended up reversing and just taking off to the downside. Right. So that was a trade I took this morning. Almost a 1 or 2 R. Closed partials. Got around $400. Now, overall in the account, I am down $750. Which is not bad at all. Very, 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 very recoverable, right? So today, I came on the charts. I told myself I wasn't finna watch nobody random. I have my own strategy. I back tested it. I've shown myself time and time again that it works. I don't know why I even bother looking at other people. It's like when I trade in the mornings, I don't trust myself enough, you know? It's like versus me trading at night. I know nobody's going live in there or nothing. I know I'm one of the only people that's probably trading at night. So I have no choice but to trust myself. And I should do that in the mornings too, because you know, I proved to myself over and over that in the mornings my strategy does work. So this morning, came on the charts, didn't look at nothing else. I just looked at my charts, my own analysis, nobody else's, and I banked. I did what I thought was necessary, and we banked. And I love trading gold. Like I probably won't go back to silver unless like it's just very obvious that the setup is clean. Only reason I say that is because of the amount of contracts you use with micros. On silver, the highest, like for my risk rate is around 500. The highest I probably could use is like 500. Not 500. The highest I can use is like 1 micro to risk like 300 to 400. If I use 2 micros, I'm probably going to be risking like 700, 800, right? So I have to use 1 micro. I hit TP1. What do? All price could do is come back to my break even. I just close the whole trade, or I trail stops tightly and take the chance of getting stopped out. Versus I go on micros on gold, I probably use about 8 or 9 of them. Price goes to TP1, and instead of waiting for it to come to break even or trailing tightly, I can just close the majority of it. Now I'm banked some profit, and I still have a lot of room to let the trade do what it has to do. And I really do love that about trading gold. So I do miss it. I'm gonna stick with gold for a while. Probably trading AM with it. Yeah, we're gonna see what the rest of this week has for us, and that's all I got for this video. Stay tuned for the next one. Hopefully tomorrow give us a beautiful dub, and yeah, man. See y'all in the next one.